Hello and welcome to our Lightyear Wireless Google Hangout. This is Eric Bechtold, Presidential Director and #1 income earner with Lightyear. We also have corporate leader, Mr. Ronald Mattingly, joining us here as well on our Hangout today. Very excited that you've taken the time to tune in here live, or maybe if you're watching this after the fact. We're excited that you're here because there's a lot of things happening at Lightyear Wireless, and that's why I sent you out that notice. We want to really just have this Hangout today to bring you up to speed on the really amazing things that are happening right now. I basically consider this Lightyear 2.0. There's some major game-changing additions that are taking place here at Lightyear right now that make this the ultimate time to get in. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet today, just cover those main elements and give you what you need to know so you can get on down the road here this weekend. But we really want to give you that information because what's about to happen at Lightyear Wireless, and in fact what's happening over the next couple months here, is just going to be outstanding and something you can't afford to miss out on. So definitely want to bring you up to speed and excited that you're taking the time to join us here. Now, real quick, there's a website on my t-shirt here. I don't know if you can see that, timerreset.com. If you need to go back and watch the webinar again and get some more details about Lightyear Wireless, some stuff about breaking down the compensation and, a little bit more of the details, Ben Sturdivant and I put together a presentation for you. If you go to Timer Reset, and you enter your email address, it will pull you right back into that webinar and reset your bonus timer, which is why it's called timerreset.com. So write down that website, timerreset.com, and have that handy so that you can go back and do that if you need some more information after today's Hangout. But again, what we are going to talk about are the enhancements. But before we get to that, I did want to start off today just by talking about the vision that I have. The reason I got involved in Lightyear Wireless and started our team with the automatic cell phone well system, which has actually helped us become the fastest growing team in the history of Lightyear Wireless. You see, when I got started in this industry, it was out of desperation, needing to escape the rat race. I was working for somebody else. I had gone to college, got a degree, and went to work at an ad agency, and I started to realize that I was strapped to my desk making somebody else rich, trading hours for dollars, and they were basically paying me as little as possible to keep me at that desk slaving away. I knew there was a better way, and this is a few years back now, over a decade ago. I was working in Kansas City, and I was actually living in it was a house we had rented, but it was down in this area called Troost in Kansas City, where all the shootings and stuff happened in Kansas City. I had 2 roommates, and I was only making enough money at the ad agency to basically afford to be there with 2 other guys, which was not my ideal situation. Obviously, I wasn't, crushing it or living the lifestyle that I really envisioned myself living. And had I stuck that out, I would eventually have maybe climbed the corporate ladder and got to making some decent money, but it would have been 20 or 30 years later. I would have had to struggle that whole time and maybe not even ever gotten there. And, the reality here is I wanted a direction that I could go in where I could work and live at home, obviously. I moved from Kansas down to Florida. I live in the Naples, Florida area, and I live on vacation, and that was what I really wanted the capability of doing. And in order to do that, we had to have a situation where we could build an organization of people and work alongside them to make money outside of that corporate structure. And once you understand what we're doing here at Lightyear, nothing else will make sense to you when you really see this. We're part of a $250 billion industry. We're part of the cell phone industry, and we're helping people get something that they can't live without. We're helping them get it for free and getting paid at the same time. But my vision was not just to do that for myself, but to bring a lot of other people with me, to give those, to basically take this plan of action and this amazing opportunity with Lightyear and put together a process where we could make it really simple, stupid simple, to share this opportunity and that vision with other people so that they'll want to come aboard, and so that the average person who would normally, fail in a traditional network marketing scenario, and what I mean by traditional is, the belly-to-belly stuff where you have to go out and make a list of your friends and family and, go to their house and face a lot of rejection and strain your relationships and that kind of stuff. There's only a certain small percentage of the population out there that have the stomach for that type of thing. So what I wanted to develop was a marketing platform where we could use things like ads in the magazines, and here's one of our ads right now running a full-page ad there, postcards, online lead generation, turnkey marketing processes that will attract like-minded people into what I call a process of discovery, where they can get all the details, get the information in an automated format, and then make a decision. And even think about it, we're even following up on behalf of the members on our team. This Hangout right now is being done on behalf of our members. So everybody who comes in here, the cool thing about this is there's 2 buttons right down here. One button is if you have questions. I think it's on this side. I'm not sure which side it is. One of the sides down there. If you have questions, you can click that. There's also a phone number that will pop up and hours where you can call us to get your questions physically answered on the phone. So if you have any questions that you need answered that we don't talk about today, jot down that phone number and give us a call. But the Join Now button, the cool thing about this Hangout and the way our whole process works is we're tracking every single prospect from the very beginning all the way through the process. And when you entered this Hangout and you had to enter your email and we said, are you such and such, and we figured out who you were, at that point what we were doing is reconnecting you to your sponsor so that they'll get credit when you sign up. And the great thing about this is that we track every single person in the system. You know, the really cool thing about it too is you're working with the #1 and #2 income earners on this team. And the nice thing about it is we're giving the presentations for you, tracking everybody, and using the exact same system. I'm using the exact same system that you use. Nobody that I personally sponsor has any different experience than the people that you personally sponsor, and they don't have any benefit for joining under me. So we've tried to, again, one of the problems I saw with these systems and stuff people build out there is that even though, you know, you might have the #1 income earner or one of the top income earners giving a presentation for you, a lot of times people will go and try to sign up under that person instead of you as well. In our system, you cannot use our marketing platform if you don't sign up under the person that exposed you, and we track all that. And again, that levels the playing field. So we've thought about every little nuance, and the idea was help people escape the rat race by showing them a way and giving them a proven plan that they can do, and that they don't have to be some sort of internet marketing genius to figure out. We're not going to hand you some sort of instruction manual and say, here, we have a very clear, concise, paint-by-the-numbers process that you're going to get to use when you come aboard so that you can become successful as well. But that's my vision. I really want to get you involved in a process where you're not struggling or having to figure stuff out on your own, where you have an easy process and you have people you can reach out to if you need help, where we can communicate and help with you, help you along the way as well. Because remember, when you make money, we make money. And when we're all working together and using a system like this that is built upon integrity, we can all make a whole heck of a lot more money very quickly as a result of that. So that's my little spiel. I just wanted to talk a little bit about vision, and really the reason behind what I'm doing here is to help other people. And you know, in doing that, you help yourself at the same time, and that's one of those cool principles of the universe that makes this business so much fun. So let me go ahead and throw it over and introduce our co-presenter here today, Mr. Ronald Mattingly, the corporate leader of Lightyear Wireless. And hey, I want to just say too, Ron, happy birthday, buddy. I know it's your birthday, and you're spending a little time with us on this Hangout. So that's just a testament to how committed Ron is, and how good a leader he is, and how much he cares about us. So Ron, welcome to the Hangout, bud.
Hey, Eric. Thanks for having me tonight.
Happy birthday. Good to have you here, buddy.
It's exciting.
It is. It is. Well, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about what's going on over there at Lightyear.
Well, everyone, as Eric said, today is my birthday. I'm 42 years old. You know, I walked in the door at Lightyear 15 years ago and became an employee in 1999. So learned about long distance, local phone service, internet access, and now wireless. And then in July of 2008, they approached me and several other very talented individuals about starting a direct sales and network marketing company within our company that would market wireless products and services nationwide to consumers through people. And I thought it was a brilliant idea. I got excited. I jumped on board right away, and we started gathering customers, and we started negotiating agreements with companies like Verizon and Sprint and everyone. I'm real excited because we've now just inked our agreement with T-Mobile, and here's the first Lightyear wireless SIM card that will be given to customers, and that's going to start on October 3rd. And we're actually in negotiations right now with AT&T as well. So here we are, a few years later, Feels like we're just getting started. We have 3 of the 4 networks that we use to deliver our customers phone calls, text messages, and data. But we just use their towers. We borrow their towers. We don't sell their service. We sell our own service. We bill our customers, service our customers, collect the money from our customers, and we pay you. And that's what attracted Eric. What we're looking for is we're looking for people like us, people who want to help people save money and make money. And as Eric said, in an industry where there are 340 million people who use our product today, right, Eric? The cell phone, and they're spending $250 billion. And I never thought that I would be able to take this phone, as Eric said, and turn it into an ATM machine. And that's really what we've been able to do here in Lightyear Wireless. So we're saving our customers money, we're saving our representatives money, and we're making our representatives money. And the most exciting product in the world today, wireless. And as I said, Eric, we're just getting started. So that's a little bit about me. I've been here now for 15 years with Lightyear, and I've never been more excited about my future, your future, and the future of everybody who's watching this video and everyone across America than I am right now.
All right, it is. I mean, it is the most exciting industry out there on the planet. And that's another thing too. In this whole vision idea, I looked out in the network marketing space and I saw all these juices and potions and lotions, and I even got involved in a few. In fact, I was involved in a nutraceutical program one time. I was doing okay for a little while until everybody realized they could buy my juice at GNC, and I started losing all my auto ship, and everybody went out the door, and I found myself at zero again, having to restart. There's all sorts of things out there, but honestly, if you stop and think about it, a lot of these things are very difficult to explain. That's why they have to come up with all these crazy stories. Like we would tell this story about these berries that we pick from the shade of the Himalayan mountains, and then we'd pluck the berries and we'd put them into a little basket, and they would bring them down, and then the virgins would stomp on the little berries and crush them into a fine pulp that we would then smear all over. No, I don't, whatever happened to the berries after that. But there was this whole process. We had to tell this, and they had jungle music going in the background, like at our conventions and stuff. It was just it was weird. I mean, for lack of a better word, it was just weird. And it was hard for me to get behind it. I was a little embarrassed when somebody said, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I sell this weird juice." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, what's that all about?" And I didn't want to talk about it. If somebody asked me what I do now, I say, well, I help people get their cell phone service for free, unlimited call, text, and data. We just, the cool thing that's happening right now is, and Ron just mentioned it, we're working out an agreement with AT&T. We've already got an agreement with T-Mobile right now. So we've got Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile on board right now, and we're hashing out AT&T. I want you to think about that. That is the 4 largest providers in the United States, and we're going to be bouncing our signal off of their towers. So we have an excellent product. I mean, I've got a Samsung Galaxy S3 here. I'm getting the S5. In fact, I'm going to be getting a SIM card here soon and popping that into my brand new phone. But we don't have any limitations on what we can use. I mean, in the sense that we can have iPhones, we can have Droid phones, and that's another thing. We're not like some network marketing company that just has one phone, and you say, you got to use the Lightyear phone. It's the one special device. And we've seen, since I've been involved in networking with Lightyear, I think, and Ron, you've seen this too, there's been at least 10 companies try to do what we do and haven't been able to do it because, in all actuality, you have to have a telecom background in order to do this. And Lightyear Wireless has that background. Again, Ron's been with them now. You said 15 years, right, Ron?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and wireless since 2008, really getting to the sweet spot where we are right now. But Ron, I'm going to throw it back over to you. We talked about the 4 providers. We're getting ready to have number 3, and then we're adding the 4th one here as soon as that contract's done. What else is going on right now? What are the big game-changing updates that are happening right now at Lightyear?
Well, obviously, introducing the T-Mobile network on October 3rd at our national sales conference is going to be big. But also, we partnered with a company called Birch Communications about a year ago. And Birch, they were looking for a wireless partner, so they purchased Lightyear. They spent $23 million to purchase our company. And they did it because of what we do in Lightyear Wireless. They wanted to play really big in the wireless industry. Birch is about $1 billion telecommunications company, and they created a brand called Tempo. And Tempo is the wireless brand that we're part of with Lightyear Wireless. But Tempo, actually about a year and a half ago, started to go out and hire legal counsel in every state to apply for a very unique product that we're going to be introducing October 3rd in Las Vegas at our national sales conference. And this product, it's a wireless product. It's a solution where we're able to go out and give people free cell phones, free cell phone service, and you have to get certified in each state in order to offer it. We've already spent over $2 million in legal fees. We've opened up 8 states, and right now it's in beta test for a full release October 3rd, and we're going to be opening up states nationwide, Eric. So we're going to be able to offer, there's about 47 million people in the United States today who qualify for this unique product that Lightyear Wireless will be the only direct sales and network marketing company to offer this product because of how difficult it is to get certified to do it. And by October, we'll probably be in about 15 different states, and we're going to roll it out in all the way nationwide. So not only do we have our unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data product that you and I use, Eric, on the nationwide network, whether it's Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, soon to be AT&T, where we can show people how they can refer a few customers to our company and get their service for free and get paid on it. But we're also going to have a very unique product that fits 47 million people that will pay our representatives for helping these people get a free phone and free cell phone service. It's going to be amazing. I can't talk, in complete details about it, Eric, until October 3rd, but watch out because it's going to be huge.
Well, I just want to make sure that people don't let that go in one ear and out the other ear. Think about what Ron just said, okay? We're going to have a product here shortly where you can give away cell phone service, give people free service, yet you still get paid. I mean, hello? I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. The reason that we're having this hangout right now is to make sure that you get on board at this amazing time. I want to capture as much of the marketplace out there as possible. We need representatives. We need people that are serious about making money and really want an opportunity they can be proud of. This is the time. This is the opportunity. There's a reason that I call this place my home. I get pitched on every opportunity known to man. I mean, literally, I don't think there's a network marketing opportunity that comes out that I don't get at least 10 phone calls the day it happens or even weeks in advance because I've been around the industry a little while and have kind of got some notoriety a little bit through that. But I'll tell you what, there's a reason that I'm here. There's a reason that I'm so passionate about this. And the reason is simply that what we've got, what we provide, the services that we provide are not something that you can live without. At this point, if you leave home without your cell phone, you feel naked. You're going to turn around, you're going to go back and get it. I'd rather leave without my pants than my cell phone. I mean, I literally would it's more likely I would leave without my pants because I would notice my phone before I noticed my pants were gone. I mean, I'm serious. Guys, I love my cell phone. I mean, I use it for everything. You use it for everything. Think about how much this little device here has taken over. It's your GPS. It's your video camera. It's your day planner. It's your text messenger. It's running every app known to man. It's your entertainment center. It's your video screen to watch movies. You can video conference on these things. The wave of the future is wireless. We're capitalizing on it. Guys, I want you to think about what made the news just the other day. Zuckerberg of Facebook fame. Think about that day he had a couple weeks ago when his net worth went up $1.6 billion in one day in the market. Why do you think that happened? Well, it's because Facebook and his programmers and people had gotten together and finally cracked the code on something they were trying to do to extend the Facebook platform to wireless. Everybody in the industry, everybody in the business world knows that wireless is the future. We know it too. And so instead of getting involved in some juice or potion or coaching thing or whatever that you don't really even understand why you're paying for it, instead of getting involved in all that kind of stuff, Let's get involved in something you understand and something you can't live without, and let's help other people get it for free and get paid at the same time. This is an exciting scenario, an exciting point in time, and that's why we want you on board, so we can really capitalize on it in a big way. So Ron, are there any other things you want to mention about the updates here before we go on and talk about the special promotions that we've got going on right now and what they get if they join forces with us right away?
No, Eric, all I can say is, October 3rd, our national sales conference, we're going to be rolling out the T-Mobile network platform. We're going to make announcements, updates on AT&T. We're going to introduce this new revolutionary product that has never been offered before in our industry. So just so many fantastic things going on right now, and I think that's one of the reasons why you and your team, Eric, have been able to generate over $19 million in sales with our company in a short period of time, and there's a lot of money out there to be made over the next 6 to 12 months. So as you said, it really is a great time to become part of what we're doing.
Definitely. And guys, $19 million doesn't happen by mistake. This isn't some pie in the sky dream. A lot of these. This is the other thing to consider. You've probably seen me around a while promoting Lightyear Wireless, and maybe you're thinking, oh, this isn't some ground floor thing that I am just hearing about the first time today. I'll tell you what, if you really want to make money, you don't get involved in something that's not proven. To me, even though it's exciting when somebody says, oh, this is ground floor, to me that means this is unproven, and we're going into uncharted territory. What we've got right now is a relaunch of a company and a plan that's already proven. We've already made over $19 million in sales with a product that isn't even as good as what we're having now, what we're getting now with the 2 additional networks and with the ability to give away free service and everything else. So what we've got here is a proven opportunity with a ground floor opportunity on top of that with the new additions and things that are happening here. That's what you should look at. If you're looking for something that's a sure thing, something you can make money on, and know that you're not just going to get, oh, this is hyped up and get into something and then find yourself wondering what happened. And that does happen a lot in this home-based business industry. Unfortunately, there's a lot of hypesters and hucksters out there that'll tell you anything that they got to tell you to get your money from you. And then when the rubber hits the road, they never follow through or execute. Here we're already executing. We've already got people doing well, and we're ready to plug you into a working process right now. So let's talk about what you're going to get when you join forces with us. Remember, there's a Join Now button right down here below this video, which will take you directly to an enrollment form where you can fill this out. There's 3 different levels, okay, and you'll see this on the form. There's a manager level for $75, a senior manager level for $325, and a regional for $525. Okay, on the form, those aren't the exact prices. There's a $25 activation, so I'm just adding it together. So when you see that on the form, you're going to check this little $25 activation. So I'm giving you the actual amount you're going to be charged in full. You just check the box that you want. The differences in those levels, let's just cover that real quick before we talk about the bonuses. The differences is basically there's 6 levels in this compensation plan. It's what we call a unilevel plan. Okay, manager is the lowest end, and I think, Ron, correct me if am I starting on the right hand here? Because I think everything's reversed on this one. Okay, so it goes manager, senior manager, regional manager, vice president, senior vice president, and presidential director. Okay, so there's 6 levels. What you're in essence being able to do by buying in at these 3 levels is you can pick where your entry is. If you come in at manager, you're starting at the lowest level, and you're going to make the smallest amount of commissions because you're getting less coded bonuses. Okay. And it's basically a $50 bump as you go up in money that you're going to be making. So if you come in as a regional manager right out of the gate, when you're enrolling folks, if you're enrolling another regional manager, you're going to make $150, okay? Whereas that would just decrease depending on what level that you're at. So I thought it was really cool and very progressive of Lightyear to enable you to buy in and jump up. Now you're also getting some other benefits at those levels as well. The senior manager gets 5 free months of service to give away. The regional gets 10 free months of service to give away. But there's a lot of cool things that are going on there. The main thing to me is you want to get up that compensation plan as fast as possible so that you're making more coded bonuses and getting more residual and more leverage from your organization. Meaning when they go out and make a sale, you get paid more money. So you're making money well beyond the investment of your own time, money, and effort. Okay, and that's the key. That's what's so attractive about this model is, You know, here I am sitting at home, you know, I'm giving a presentation here at home, but we've got, you know, 20,000 people out there that are talking about Lightyear Wireless that we're getting paid from. I mean, that's fantastic. I don't have to have a building. I don't have to have employees. I don't have to have the headaches. I just get to have all the fun. And that's really the model that we've put together here, and that's what it's all about. So let's talk about what else we can do for you. So obviously, the higher up you come in, you're going to spend a little bit more money. So let's say you came in as a regional manager, okay, and you paid the $525. Now, one of the bonuses that you're going to get is what we call our 90-day challenge. Now, our 90-day challenge is basically designed to get you off to a fast start and make sure that you're making your money back as soon as possible, and then some. So what we've got in the month of August is a 90-day challenge where you're actually going to get double your money back. Okay, so you go out there, you sponsor somebody, and this is based on 3 enrollments. Okay, so no matter what level you come in at, let's say you come in as a senior manager or regional manager. If you're a regional, you go out and sponsor 3 regionals. You'd make 150, 150, and 150. You've got 90 days to do it. So you don't need to go out there and bust your hump and try to enroll everybody in your first day. You can enroll 1 person a month for the first 3 months, or you can enroll 3 people your first week or whatever. You've got 90 days to do it, so it's very doable. Lightyear will go ahead and cut you a check for the amount that it cost you to get in. So if you came in as a manager, you get $75. If you came in as a senior manager, you get $325. If you came in as a regional, you get $525. You get a check cut. And then what I'm doing for part of my team, and again, the vision here that I have for the team is not to make money from you, but to make money with you. So we actually, as we generate some excess revenue on our team, we put that back into our organization. And one of the ways that we do that is through incentives to help people get the information or get the proper incentive to come in. So I go ahead and match that. No matter where you come in on our team, as long as you click that Join Now button and join, you go out within that 90 days and get 3 people, which again is very simple because again you're using an automated marketing system and you got a long time to do it. It's not something you have to do overnight. You'll actually end up getting double your money back. Ron, I've got some other things here to talk about, but what are your thoughts on this whole double your money back 90-day challenge?
Well, Eric, I think it's fantastic. One of the things that we looked at, and we talked to our top producers, you and others, about this concept called Get 3 and It's Free, where we allow every new representative who joins, as you said, as a regional manager at $525 or senior manager at $325 or manager at $75, we give them the ability to get their startup costs back by going out and referring a few new members to our company. That's really our goal, Eric. Our goal is to gather millions of customers through people. And we know in order to do that, we need millions of people to get started with our company and help us refer these customers. So that's what this is all about. So, somebody goes out and they introduce 3 new representatives to the company in their first 90 days. We write them a check for $525. But then I really became excited when I heard that you were doing this for your team, because I want everybody to understand that, when Eric sponsors someone, Eric makes, up to $550. But when someone on his team sponsors someone, they make up to $350, and then money spread out. So Eric might only make, $50 or $100 himself personally, his company. But what he's doing in this environment of matching this, he may only make $300 when somebody brings 3 people in. So him writing a check for $525 doesn't make a whole lot of sense to the accountants of the world that are out there. But what Eric knows is that person has 10 coupons, and they're going to get 10 customers potentially. And then those 3 representatives, they have 10 coupons, and they're going to get 10 customers potentially. And then they're going to go out and spread that message to lots of other people, which could accumulate to thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, even millions of customers. So Eric's long-term thinking here, everyone, but really think about how nice this is, okay? You join as a regional manager today. I'm going to break it down mathematically for everybody here. You pay $525. You sponsor 3 new regional managers in your next 90 days. So as Eric said, you make $150, $150, $150. You get $450. Lightyear gives you a free smartphone, free first month of service, free activation, free shipping, so you get $400 in value just from a product side. Then Lightyear gives you 10 first month free coupons you can give your customers. That's over $600 in value. So that's another $600. So now we're in this environment where there's $1,000 over here from Lightyear. There is 450 in commissions from Lightyear. You get a check for $525 from Lightyear, so over $2,000, and you basically spent nothing, right, Eric? If you paid $525 and you got it back, you didn't pay anything. So subtract that, that's $1,500, and then Eric writes you another check for $500. So you come out plus $2,000 because you knew 3 people who had cell phones, who were paying more than free for cell phone service, and who wanted to make some extra money. And Eric, I think that's just it's incredible, and I think everybody needs to take advantage of it.
Well, and even the more incredible part of it is most of the people on our team that are signing up don't even know the person that they're signing up under, because they're just going through a process. You know, they got a postcard or they saw an ad, or we do a lot of different online lead generation techniques for our team too, which once you sign up, you're going to go through what we call our new team orientation. It's a small video that just kind of breaks down some of the things you can do right away. But all of the marketing that we're doing, everything that we test and that we figure out that works well, we then replicate that and enable everybody on our team to use it. So again, when you come aboard, you're not going to have to figure out how am I going to make this work. Now I have to become some sort of internet marketing genius, or now I have to go through some big crazy manual or figure out how to build sales funnels, or all the hard stuff. All that's done for you. All you got to do is just paint by the numbers. I was talking to a guy the other day, and I said, you almost want to be like Forrest Gump when you get into this thing. You remember Forrest Gump? Have you ever watched that movie where, wasn't the smartest pencil or sharpest pencil, or what did I say? The smartest pencil in the box. No, he wasn't the sharpest pencil, but every time somebody said something like, let's go get a shrimping boat, or let's do this, or let's play ping pong, or whatever, the guy just became really good because he just would do what people told him to do. He didn't question it. He just said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And that's how you kind of want to be. You just want to follow the directions, follow through the process, and get the result that we're getting for our team. And that's how I wanted this to be set up. I didn't want you to have to be an internet genius. I wanted to be able to go out there and sign up my grandma and feel good about it, because I know grandma is going to be able to get in, go over the directions, pick a direction of how she wants to get started right away, and immediately turn it on and start making money. And that's the key. You shouldn't have to stumble around in the dark to make one of these things work. We're working here at our company, EB Marketing Group, to make it simple for you to automate Lightyear Wireless and to experience the leverage and the duplication that comes along with it. And again, we're not here to make money from you, make you. And my commitment to giving you your money back, on top of Lightyear doing that and everything else that we're doing for our team, I mean, I've literally spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years building up these marketing funnels and systems. I've got programmers on staff that work for me, all this stuff. I don't let you shoulder that. We do it for you, because together, if you have a platform, together we'll all make a whole heck of a lot more money. So I'm investing in you. And I appreciate you investing your time and being here, but I want you to understand, I take your success very seriously. When you join forces with us, you're part of a team, and a team that cares about you. And that doesn't just stop with our team. It goes all the way through corporate. I mean, obviously, Ron Mattingly spending his birthday time with us here shows you his level of commitment, and that's really what we have here. So we have a vision to help you discover something that maybe you didn't even think was possible out there with all this stuff. Maybe you're jaded because you've bumped into a lot of bad opportunities out there. This is what you've been searching for. You found your home. We're excited to have you on this hangout, and we're more excited to have you on the team and to welcome you as we roll out all these amazing things that are happening here at Lightyear Wireless. But that's what we have to share with you today. Ron, did you have any closing remarks before we go ahead and cut this off?
No, Eric, I just want to thank you for having me on here. I mean, I have so much fun every time I jump on one of these Google Hangouts. I know you have thousands of people watching tonight, but also that will watch the replay throughout the month of August. So I just want to encourage them that, there's never been a better time than right now to join Lightyear Wireless. We need your help. We're looking for ambitious, motivated people who want to have success, who want to really help people save money and make money on wireless. And we're just getting started, Eric. This October announcement is going to revolutionize our company, revolutionize the wireless industry. as we become a household name, thanks to you and everybody on your team and all the other great Lightyear Wireless representatives that are helping us every single day. So let's go help everybody earn free service. Let's go help everybody make money, and let's have a lot of fun in the process.
Awesome, Ron. Hey, buddy, thanks again for your time, and hey, thank you for tuning in here to our Google Hangout. Remember, if you've got questions, I'm not some weirdo internet guru guy that hides behind my computer. You'll actually be able to communicate with me. Now, it may take me a little while to get back with you. Either myself or somebody in the on our team will call you. Just that join or that questions button will give you a phone number. You can click that and get our number and reach out to us. We're here from 9 a.m. To about 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. The phone number's on there. The hours are on there. But join now. Get into our team. Go through the new team orientation. If you're watching this live this weekend, secure your spot. Call us up Monday. We'll answer any questions that you have, and we'll get you hitting the ground running. This is a magical time to be with this program. Everything is built to this moment. Now it's the time for you to capitalize on it. Let's work together, as Ron said, to really hit the ground running and roll out these amazing new enhancements. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this Google Hangout and to spend a little of your Saturday with me, or whenever you're watching this recording, if you're watching it after the fact. But we're really appreciative that you're here, and we look forward to working with you very soon. Bye for now, guys. Have a great day.
See you later, everybody.